In this video, we're going to go over adding and editing insurances in your system. To begin, let's add an insurance. We begin with Setup and navigate to Insurance Plan. To add a new insurance manually into your system, click the Add New Insurance button in the upper right-hand corner. Fill in the blanks with the red asterisks, as those are mandatory for completion. Fill in with the name, and any insurances in the system currently matching yours as you're entering it will pull up underneath. Continue entering if it's different than what's already entered. If submitting your plan electronically, a payer ID is required. This payer ID is unique to your clearinghouse and can be identified in your clearinghouse's payer ID listing. If submitting the insurance claims electronically for this plan, the 5-digit payer ID is required, and it's entered here. Payer type identifies the type of insurance we are entering. It's a standard commercial insurance that defaults if commercial insurance is sufficient. If entering a Blue Cross or a Medicare or Medicaid, use the drop-down arrow and select the payer type accordingly. Fill in the insurance company address, including the 4-digit zip extension at the end. If you do not know the address or phone number, you can use your office information if submitting electronically. Only when submitting on paper is the address information required. Submission method is going to be EDI if submitting electronically. If submitting primary or secondary claims on paper, use the drop-down arrow to select paper claims. Claim receiver type will identify your clearinghouse. If the plan that you're entering receives eligibility electronically into your system, the eligibility payer ID is required. This is also available in your clearinghouse payer ID listing. Once you have all the information entered in for this plan, select Save. Your insurance information has been successfully saved. To add payers electronically into your system through the clearinghouse, we can use the Add Additional Payers button. From here, we can select a payer type. This could be all insurances, specifically Blue Cross and Blue Shield, commercial, Medicaid, Medicare, or we can leave it all and it will pull in from the entire clearinghouse listing. In this case, I'm going to use commercial. If we know a specific payer ID or payer name, we can enter that here. This will help limit the listing that will be provided. We can also search by claim type. If you only send professional claims, select Professional Claim. If you submit both professional and institutional claims, then select All for your claim type. Once you have all these fields completed with your preferences, click Search and your claims payer list will be populated. From here, we can go through the list and click the boxes on the left to add those payers into our system. Once we have the payers selected that we'd like to add, click the Add Selected Payers button, and then we can check our payers list. To do this, click in the insurance name field and enter an underscore. This will bring up our entire alpha listing, and we can see those insurances that we just entered. To edit an insurance once we've created it, use the Edit box on the right-hand side to edit any information. If we have received a new payer ID or have updated a payer ID, we can complete that information, update our plan, saving when we're finished. Lastly, we can enter an insurance from the patient screen if we're working with a patient's insurance that's not in the system. From our patient, click the Add Insurance button and bring up the new insurance information. If the plan that we need isn't in our system, click the blue Add button. This will bring up a blank Add Insurance screen, exactly like the setup screen, and we can fill in the blanks to add our new insurance. This will add the insurance to the master insurance list for future use.